Welcome back to the Pause and Proceed podcast with your host, SB.
And I'm your girl, Bridgett LaRé.
Hello, Bridgett LaRé.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, you and I just love you so much.
What? Because you about to just cuss me out a minute ago.
No, I was not.
No.
So SB, I don't know. You just coming with I don't know. I think you put the hair on, honey, and the hair is giving you a whole new attitude.
Oh, Lord, guys.
What's she called? What's her name?
I forgot. I'm about to say Delilah. That's not her name.
Delilah, that's my friend that'll be here tonight.
Exactly. That's
Hey,
not
girl.
her name. I did name her, but I forgot what her name was.
Well, whoever she is sassy.
Guys, only reason she's saying I'm sassy because we have a thing where we go back and forth between who's gonna introduce. And then Bridgett wants to switch it up. And I'm like, well, why do you want to switch it up now? But you know what? It's okay.
We be way too real with them. Okay, so disclosure. So SB, we talking about the power of acceptance or accepting today.
Yes.
And so SB messaged me last night, like, so we gonna talk about acceptance. I'm like, all right, cool. So we sit down here. I'm like, well, you talk. I'm like, you came up with the title. You open it up. You talk about it. So she haven't accepted the fact that she came up with the title and she is to introduce it to you all today. So here we go. We started off the power of acceptance. SB, let's talk about it.
I didn't mind introducing. Anyway, let's talk about it.
Girl, we can go now. That's what I like about her. Like we can just go.
Yeah,
we can go.
We can go. I think y'all know that.
Yeah.
They know that by now.
Yeah.
But yes, we are talking about the power of acceptance, y'all.
So, what does acceptance even mean to you?
Acceptance to me means being content. Where you are, wherever that is for you. Like, for example, I had to accept the fact, in a year and a half, I went from a size 8 to a size 12.
You a size 12 right now?
People don't be believing me because I'm tall.
Girl.
I am. I'm like a 10, 12, and this is the largest I've been.
You do not look like no 12, though, for real. God, you look like you're like an 8.
Let me tell you, growing up, my friend Heather is shorter than me, and I'm tall. But for some strange reason, we could wear the same size. And my friend Heather, shout out to Heather Lee, has a large bubble butt.
Okay, bubble butt.
Yes.
Bubble butt. Bubble butt. Bubble butt.
Hey. The butt, yes. That's what she has. And yes. And we could wear the same size. So even the lady in the store was like, oh, honey, I'm a 12. You don't wear a 12. I said, can you please bring me that 12? Because I know what I wear. And sure enough, I was in the 12.
It was fitting.
Okay,
so you accepted that.
I have, because it's like, okay, I went from being pescatarian with I ain't gonna say vegan Swiss because the vegans don't get on me. Pescatarian to like eating steaks, going to boa and maestros every 2 weeks. I
think it's mastros.
Oh, excuse me, mastros.
Yeah, like
mastros,
like master,
like master. Mastros. Maestros? Mastros? I think you're right.
Yeah, somebody, Sky took me there. It's like, you said it wrong. It's mastros, like master. I'm like,
you did the same thing to me.
I know, yeah. Yeah, and I was like, shut up. When he said it to me, so that's how you feeling too. Like, don't correct me.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. Correct me, because, I don't want to be floating around Beverly Hills saying the wrong stuff.
Right.
So, but yeah, my eating habits changed in a real way. So I'm taking responsibility, doing what I need to do, exercise, eating better, da-da-da-da-da. But I accepted that about myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, good for you.
Yeah, I had to, because it was starting to be a thing, and I was starting to, I still have a self-consciousness about it, because like I said, I'm not big, but this is the largest I've ever been. So you have to, because then you start getting in your head too much. It starts getting in the way, and I'm like, I said this on another episode, I don't need any more new insecurities.
I hear you.
I can't, my heart can't take it,
girl. Acceptance. So you know what, where's my phone? I actually want to read the Um,
Come on and read. Come on.
I want to read the actual definition of
Oh,
acceptance.
please do.
Acceptance,
Okay.
the action of consenting to receive or undertake something offered.
Consenting to
To receive
receive
or undertake something offered.
something offered.
Yeah.
I understand the first part of it,
Okay.
but are you clear on that second
That's
part?
what it says. I'm
No,
just
what do
reading
you mean? I mean, do you get
dictionary.com.
that part?
It says the action of consenting to receive or undertake something offered. So that means
Undertake
if someone
something
gives something to
offered.
you, it's like, okay, I'm consenting right now to receive this, or I'm gonna
Okay.
take
Yeah,
what
It's
that's
a
the
you're
most
very
offering.
literal
literal,
definition.
yeah, very
Most literal.
Yeah, that's
literal.
literal.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's another definition, the action or process of being received as adequate or suitable,
There we
typically
go.
to be admitted into a group. Like you must wait for acceptance into a group or something like
Okay,
that.
okay. Now that's I
Yeah.
think both of them apply, of course, but that
Mhm.
second one I think is more so from a personal accepting standpoint, I think.
You don't like that receiving something offered, huh, to you?
Um, it's the second yeah, that's what it said, receiving
Yeah,
something
receiving something
offered.
offered, yeah.
Yeah, because from a personal standpoint, how does that I can't
I mean, because I can, if we was gonna pinpoint it, like with your situation,
I'm,
with your weight,
I'm
which
sorry,
is not something
excuse
that's foreign to me. Um,
yeah, we talked.
with the
Know that.
situation and
Yeah.
the weight, food is being offered to us on commercials every day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hanging out with friends. It's like, girl, what you doing? Okay, I ain't doing nothing. Wanna go get something to eat? I call you all the time. You wanna go get something to
Child.
eat?
Some eating folks
So
around here.
that's what's being offered, and so like you're accepting that.
Mm-hmm.
There's all types of ways to make things. What, Solomon? God, this
My
microphone
mic check
again.
You
nice.
just keep leaning over and over and
Cause she's
over.
Because you know what? I
comfortable.
accepted the fact. Okay, let's talk about acceptance here.
Come on.
So my sister,
Come on,
Ladia,
sis. Shout
my
out to
older sister,
sis.
she's 1 year older. She shares her age now, so I can say that. So she's accepted her age.
That's good.
So so I she was giving me feedback on our podcast, self image,
Mm-hmm.
and she tell me, she like, girl, you need to sit up, you need to sit straight, fix your posture, do this and do that, cross your legs like SB. I'm like, I ain't SB, and she like, do this, do that, right? And so I'm like, well, I do that, but just not on the podcast for some reason. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I accepted the fact that that is her gift. Nobody is gonna tell me, "Oh,
Yes.
Bridget, fix your posture, do this." And nobody's gonna give me feedback on my looks, but my sister. You know what I
I,
mean? So
she gonna give it to you probably like no other.
not like no other, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fought it a little bit. I resisted it a little bit, but when I accepted, I'm like, you know what? That's her gift, and she's right.
I like how you flipped it and you gave
Yeah,
yourself a moment to feel your emotions and then you
yeah.
kind of came back to it. Yeah.
Right. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, this is her gift. This is what she do. And I told her, I said, maybe you need to go into like image consulting or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's really good at it. She know how to pose and strike a pose and teach others
Oh,
how to pose and
yeah.
do this and like suck it in and straighten your back. And like she's really good at that. I'm
Yeah.
like, I think that's one of your gifts. Because a lot of people don't see that when they see things.
Right.
A lot of people is gonna, like, when I sent the podcast out to people asking for feedback,
Mm-hmm.
they give information about the content,
Right.
not your
Right.
body image. She's
Right.
like, well, it's about that body image. I'm like, yeah. So it's some things. So I've accepted the fact that yes, I can look sloppy. I mean, I
Sloppy.
can, I can like be sitting here like, you know. Solomon even said something to me
Oh,
before.
about
Do you remember? Yeah,
slouching.
slouching,
Yeah,
slouching and
yeah.
sloppy, same thing. And
Yeah, but it's sort of my job to tell you, though. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Your sister's gonna give you the most advice because she's your sister.
right,
Right.
I mean, that's how it works.
yeah,
They're gonna get all personal with you,
yeah,
and you take it hard too, right? Because it's family. But
It's
yeah, but
family.
me and SB will tell you things too because we want you to look your best and present your best, right?
yes,
Now, speaking of that, the fact of what you just said, it almost makes it sound like the first definition of acceptance
hmm,
is actually more applicable than the second. Because if you think about it, you're saying accept what's offered.
hmm,
Really, what we're talking about is if we're in any kind of thing where we have to sort of accept a situation, well, it's being offered to us. The facts are being offered to us. We don't know from whom, but we have to accept it. So it is being offered. So it's just a matter of accepting it. So I like the first definition.
yeah. Thank you,
I
Solomon.
like both of them, but I guess like for me, my that definition of acceptance that I gave for myself, that was
Hmm,
more so a personal acceptance. That
Yeah.
was no one giving me anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's why the second one was more relatable in that particular example.
Okay.
But no, you're right on point, Solomon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sis. All right.
Yeah.
I'm crossing my legs because it's time
Okay.
to get into. It's
Come
time to get into.
on.
Okay.
The
So
nitty to the gritty.
the thing about acceptance for me, I
Hmm.
realize that when I'm resisting, so the opposite of acceptance, I think, is resistance.
Or rejection. That's kind
Or
of synonymous in a sense.
it could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
opposite for you.
Hmm.
Okay, so for me, it's like resistance. And what we resist persist. If I keep resisting it, it's gonna keep, coming towards me. You know what I mean?
Come on, resist. Well, no, wait.
Resist,
Resist and persist.
persist.
All right. I
Yeah.
like that. Because that makes so much sense.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
what we
Let's change the name of the
accept.
podcast.
What's that, Solomon?
Resist to
Yeah.
persist.
We'll change the name of the podcast.
Oh,
Resist
no.
to persist.
Resist.
Sorry, go
What you
on.
resist, you persist.
We don't want to resist too
No.
much. No.
No. Because we're resisting for a reason. We don't want more of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on the opposite end, what we accept, we move beyond.
Yeah. Because you have to sit in things sometimes. You have to part of accepting is processing.
Mm-hmm.
Processing, kind of figuring out for yourself, figuring out your emotions, and then just coming to a common ground. Like, you know what, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like you said, with the resistance, when you don't accept, I feel like you're dealing with that energy. You're fighting with that energy for a
Yeah,
while,
for
and that's where
sure.
your emotions, the insecurity, all sorts of stuff that you just don't want to feel. I don't have time for that energy.
Ain't nobody
Like,
got time for that.
no, not right now.
So what's something that what made you want to speak on this subject today? What is it that you feel like you need to accept, that you have accepted, or that you,
Just myself, certain things with myself, relationships with people.
I want you to be specific, not Pacific, but specific.
I'll get a little specific.
Don't do us little. Don't do us little with your little podcast.
I get a little
With your little podcast.
Whatever. um, I feel like, where do I want to go? You know what? I'll go with like the parent situation. Definitely had to just accept the space of not having that parental ear and parental guidance.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I think I resisted it instead of going through emotions for so long.
Yeah.
So I had to come to a point, like, you know what? They gave me all the tools that they were supposed to give me apparently, and they're still here in a way energetically. I'm
Right.
still there. They're living through me. So they're not gone. They're just gone in the physical. And that took some years to
Hmm.
accept, but I finally came to a peaceful place of acceptance with that. And I'm not battling those emotions and you know um I might still be suffering from abandonment and a little bit from that, but
Hmm.
I'm okay with it. Like the emotions is not God lifted that stuff off of me once I started going to therapy and really kind of like connecting the dots of
Yes,
things. So
therapy.
come on, therapy.
Yes, therapy.
Come on. I think
Huge
everybody should
advocate.
have a therapist. That's just my personal opinion.
Listen, if you've had a childhood,
That you did say it again, Bridget.
if you've had a childhood, you may need therapy.
Okay, for real, being raised in this weirdo
And
place.
look. So just accepting the fact that you grew up without,
Yeah.
parental
Mhm.
advisory.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It
That's
sounds like that could
hard.
be hard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
that's
sounds like
challenging.
something. Yeah. So I think that's the first step, acceptance.
Mhm.
Because if acceptance is the first step to healing. Because if you was to stab me right now, if you was to pick up a pen and stab me
And shank you.
and shank me,
Mhm.
it's like either I could ignore it or I could cuss you out or fight it or, you know, live in the fact, oh my God. Either I can do that or I can accept the fact, like, man, I've been stabbed
Yeah.
with a pen.
Yeah.
And that's the only way. Once I accepted it, then I can go get a first aid kit, do what I need to do, in order to,
Yeah.
put some bandages over the wound.
Right.
If I didn't
Yes.
accept it, then I'm just gonna sit there and bleed out and maybe die.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, like, I know that's harsh, but that's the reality of acceptance. Like when we don't accept something. One of the things that I've had to recently accept
Mm-hmm.
is my hair. It's like
Yeah.
I spent so many. Is you happy I'm talking about my hair?
Yes, I am. I really listen because we've had conversations.
Yeah.
I was so shocked last episode when I saw you with your
I
natural
just came out like
hair.
bam.
You did,
But I've done this before. I've shaved my hair off before. Like I was
You
completely
told
bald.
me that, and I seen you at when 436 you came in with your
Bald,
hair was
honey, and
short,
bold and beautiful.
but you
Bald, bold, and beautiful. Say that.
she told me that she had issues with her edges, but you're fine.
Girl, these ain't on edges. Let me tell you, they gonna get on my nerves. So I had to accept that. Okay, boo, you spent a lot of years and energy and money on your hair, and
Right.
in our days when we were getting like micro braids, it was like, baby, if I see a one
Ooh.
hair out, I'm not paying you because I'm mad because you didn't do it right. You know.
Oh, so
That's
your
just how we
thing
did it.
just
It was
tight.
like suck them up. I'm
Yeah.
playing. I never just not paid somebody for doing something. I just want to go back. But we nowadays they're so smart. They leave their edges out. But we didn't care about edges back in those days.
No.
So from they call it traction alopecia, and just tearing the edges off.
Oh,
And
that's
so
what
my hair
it's
would thin out and
called.
everything. And I just got tired of dealing with hair. I'm like, I
Yeah.
hate wearing wigs. I want to be free. I want to work out. I don't want to use my hair as an excuse.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Black woman problems.
Black woman problems for real.
Not all black women. I know some of y'all got their good hair. But
Go
Wait,
ahead.
do that again.
I said I know some of y'all got their good hair.
Why did you want her to do
I don't
it
know.
again?
It
Solomon?
It was her voice.
Oh.
I did the same voice for you. But I just had to accept the fact that okay, it's time to move on to accept this. And it wasn't until I could accept it, the fact that okay, I'm done with I don't want to do the wigs. I don't want to do the braids. I can't do the braids because I'm not about to be walking around,
No.
looking like auntie for real, like
Right.
auntie.
Auntie.
Auntie,
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, I'm about to wear the fro out for a little bit. Then I'm going to get my sister locks. Come on, sister lock community, where you at?
Come on.
So I'm going to get some sister locks, and I'm so excited about that.
I'm
so next time
excited
y'all
for
see me,
you.
I'm gonna have little bitty little sister locks. But don't hate on the ugly stage because it's gonna get cute and sexy.
It's all right. You got this. You're accepting the ugly stage.
I'm accepting the ugly stage.
There you go. I had to
Yeah.
go through the ugly stage. It's just part of the lock journey.
It's part of the life.
It
journey.
is, and it's a beautiful.
What you mean you had to? You
Yeah.
had lock?
My loss was like right here.
What? Okay, so when I met SB, she was bald head, like when I was.
Yeah. I was. Yeah, it was gone.
Yes.
Yeah, but I had lots. I cut them off when I turned 30.
Oh, and here I am starting them at 40.
That's all right. I might start. I feel like I'm gonna get them back maybe like 47, 48.
Yeah,
when
I
I
don't
start
know.
approaching 50.
Just the locks. Just the black women with locks. I'm just like power.
You know
wisdom.
what I'm doing right now?
Say what?
You know what I'm doing right now?
What are you doing?
I'm looking up pictures of sister locks because I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Well, show them.
Right.
All right, let's see.
Let's get an example on the board here.
Sister locks. Yes. Okay. So the thing about sister locks is a brand. It's about the grid, the way in which they part your hair, the size
Keep
of the
scrolling.
part.
Keep scrolling, Solomon. Because they're very okay. We're getting
yeah.
close. Okay, there we go.
So sister locks is a brand. Just like
Yeah.
Nike is a brand. So not everybody can say per se that they have sister locks. So other than sister locks is micro locks. They may just be small locks, but they can part them in different ways. But sister locks have to be a specific brand. It has to be used with a specific tool to interlock it and everything.
Like the crochet.
It's a specific sister lock tool.
So you have micro locks and then sister locks.
Exactly.
Oh, see, we getting too deep.
Girl, you should have seen me
Hard
at
to
my
paint
consultation. I was like,
now.
okay, all right, just give me the sister locks.
Right, give me the
So
small
what happens
joints.
as your hair grows then? Like, how's it? Do you gotta go back and redo it or what?
Yeah,
Twist
I
it
mean,
at the
you get
root.
them. Yeah, you get them retwisted. Is what
Mhm.
they call it.
Yeah.
Got you.
But
Okay.
black
Solomon
women,
don't understand that you don't never touch a black woman's hair. When I came here last week, he like, is that real? Is it real? I said, didn't I tell you don't touch a black woman's hair?
Hey, I wanted to know.
And
I,
now your hands all
I
some.
greasy.
wanted to know. Because I see, you know what though? Because when you guys first came, all I saw was the wigs, and
Yeah.
I didn't think twice. I just
Mm.
thought that's your hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so then all of a sudden it's like, oh, these are wigs. I didn't realize. So I just wanted to know.
Yeah, black women and our hair,
Yes.
it's a thing. And to bring up how you were saying, like, you just want to be free and you want to
Yeah.
just, go swimming if you want to and not have to worry
Yes.
about your hair. I remember a long time ago, me and my friends, we went to Miami for
Mhm.
Memorial Day in our 20s. And these guys, we just young, free, whatever. And these cool guys rolled up in their little their little mopeds.
Right.
And they was like, we had some conversations. Like, okay, we about to go get on some jet skis. You want to? I'm the only I got lots, so I don't care. I was like, yeah,
Let's
bet,
go.
let's
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Everybody
I
else.
ain't about to mess up my hair.
And I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed,
Yes.
but I understood that. I'm like, that sucks that you have to give up fun
Yeah.
because you're trying to preserve this aesthetic.
Yeah. I mean,
You
I almost
know?
feel like my hair over these years has been an idol. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
It was
come
like
on,
I put
false
that before
idols.
anything. It was like, listen,
That's
I'm gonna get my hair done.
yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care how long I have to sit down. Like, it was an idol. Like,
That was a jewel right there.
girl.
No, I felt that.
Like, for real,
We
anything. I was
idolize our
spending way more
hair.
time on my hair than I was spending in the word and in my relationship with God and my relationship with anybody, with anything. Like, hair was my baby.
Man.
And I'm like, no.
I'm tired of it now.
I'm reclaiming my life.
Yes.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Come on.
Hair no longer has its power over me. I'm taking my power back.
That's a podcast. That's another podcast with
Girl, this has become a hair podcast, hasn't it?
No,
Natural
it's
hair
really
care.
important. It's really because even with, I'm pretty free with my hair for the most part, but even with me, like I took out my braids and I'm like, because I'm growing my hair back, I want my hair to be like this. And this is a wig, guys.
It looks good. It looks so real and natural.
Shout out to CC. My
CC.
friend CC created this thing right here. And it's holding on strong too. I think there we go. She made this in 2018. She's in Norfolk, Virginia. She's a hairstylist, my homegirl. She's very gifted and it's still,
You still
surviving.
look good. Girl, I would be rocking it
Yeah.
every day. Wouldn't nobody be able to tell me that ain't my hair.
I
No,
just
I
so people
I'm changing my hair like every week.
That's okay. I understand. It's all right. I
Yeah.
just agree with you.
All right.
But yeah, man, the power that I get it. And
The
it
power
gets
that we give
deep.
to hair.
Yeah, and it gets deep because it's
Yeah.
really part of our identity. We've had struggles when it comes to our hair texture and being just being proud. We've come a long way when it
Yeah.
comes to accepting
Because
of our
it's like,
natural
we
hair
heard
texture.
that I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. But, the truth of the matter is, like,
Mhm.
we say it in our mouth, but that's internally, that's not,
Yeah,
for me, that's not what I was feeling. It's
has
like,
some word.
I have mixed siblings. My brothers are mixed. And I will always look at my brother and think like, man, y'all got some good hair. Like, damn, why can't I have that hair?
But Bridget, your hair, I can see your hair.
I got a nice curl pattern.
You do.
Yeah, I do.
Your hair
Mhm.
is soft. Like it really is because mine
No, I got the nigga. I got some product in it.
got y'all heard. She said she got that nigga.
I do.
y'all.
I do.
You have kinky coils.
I got what they say, the 4C. Yes.
I don't think I believe that.
I got the 4C, honey.
You know what? I don't think we really
Trust me.
know what 4C
Trust me.
is.
I twist it up at night and I put the little conditioner stuff in it.
All
Trust
right.
me.
I want to see it in its very
If
natural
not, it'll be
form
mad
one
at-
day.
to my head. Like,
I understand that. 'Cause
Trust
mine
me.
is matted under this stocking cap
Look,
under here, okay?
okay, so enough about hair.
Okay. Acceptance.
We accepted the hair.
Yes,
and
we have.
accepted the fact that Mother Nature is telling me to lock it up, baby.
Yeah.
Clank, clank. Lock it up.
Okay, I want to say one more thing about hair.
Okay.
That's why I want to cut my hair again.
Cut it off.
Because I want to grow it out like this, but
Uh-huh.
it's going to be a lot of energy.
So when you
to
cut
put
it, you just
into
want to cut it in where it cut.
Because I'm thinking about the water and
I
you know
know.
what I'm
And
saying?
working out. Like I let that I'm like, I'm I'm fat because my hair.
I can understand that.
You hear me
No,
though?
I get that.
Who got time to work out in the morning and then take a shower and do your hair and all that?
Right.
Yeah.
So much of our identity has
It's
gone
in the
to our
freaking
hair,
hair.
man. We might have to come back to this.
Girl.
Yeah.
Forget it. We gonna talk about hair for the next
Scratch
black
that, bop
hair.
that. We done changed freaking topics in the middle.
Accepting your black hair.
Accepting your God-given black coils.
I have an
Okay.
SB question.
Yes.
Why would you have to cut your hair to grow it out? Just out of curiosity.
Oh no, this is what I want. Okay, so I'm growing it out now, but I want to cut it again because it's such a freedom. Going to the barbershop every 2 weeks.
She just don't want to deal with it.
I don't want to deal with it.
At
My
all.
Got it.
mom,
Okay.
my mom was a beautician, and my sister knew how to do hair too. She went to school for it, and they used to. I was kind of spoiled. They did my
Yeah.
hair. I didn't have to deal with it.
Well, get some sister locks with me, girl.
I don't like sister locks though.
Oh my God.
I'll
Once
get some
they grow
lock
out,
locks.
once they grow out, they are so pretty.
I'm gonna show you after. I'm gonna show you my locks. I can't believe I never showed you a picture of my locks.
No, I don't even know you.
You still got some things to find out. That's all right, girl. You
Okay.
gonna find it out.
All right.
But yeah, that's yeah, I want that freedom. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of stuck in between that because I love natural hair and I want the big hair.
Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful. That's why I have the wig. But it's that other side
Yeah.
of it. I'm gonna have to braid my hair up every
Nobody got time for
night,
that.
partied every night.
Exactly.
Then if I want it straight, gotta the blow drying.
Yeah,
and
because
you
that's why I
gotta-
look soft now because I had twisted it up last night. And that probably took like about 20 minutes, but still.
How many products have you gone through
I
to
just
see
try. You
what
just
worked for
try
your
'em
hair?
all.
You just try, and then you spend so much money
Yeah.
on products.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Let me tell you, and ever since I decided to get sister locks, right?
Mhm.
It's like God always sent me confirmation right in my face. I told you I went to this liquor store across the street. I was actually at the sushi spot, but it's a black owned liquor store right next to it here in
Come on, black on liquor
black
store.
owned liquor store, like right next to the
sushi?
Terry Bamboo Terry House.
Okay.
Yeah, right in Long Beach.
Mhm.
And this lady comes out and she's like just out standing outside. And I was like, okay, sister locks.
Yeah.
And she like, girl, okay. She's like, the best decision I ever made. So I'm sitting there talking to her. She got crystals all over her. I got crystals all over me.
Yeah.
And
The connection. Y'all made
and
a
yeah, we just made a
connection.
connection real quick. So I'm like, girl, what's your name? Girl, why was her name Bridgett?
This happens to her all the time.
All the time. Like
guys.
God always
Yeah.
confirming things.
Synchronicities.
Synchronicity is my BF.
Wait, spelled how?
Honey. I said, how do you spell Bridget?
Spelled how?
She said Bridgett, Bridget, 2 T's, no E. I said, girl, that's been my saying all my life. Bridget, 2 T's, no E. We spell it the same exact way.
Look at that. Confirmation.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
then today,
Mm-hmm.
I just bit my tongue. I'm like, am I supposed to not say this?
Slow down a little bit. No, just slow down.
I'm excited.
That's okay. The synchronicities got you, you know.
Okay, let me slow down. Who's
Okay.
side?
Pause.
Uh-huh.
Proceed.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so today, before coming here, I went to El Torito's because I
Mhm.
got here super early because I went to church.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. You like, oh yeah, we want to talk about
I
church.
know.
So I went to church and then I went to El Torito's and I had a little drink real quick.
Uh-huh.
You know, a little margarita.
Okay.
And I go to the restroom and come and just this beautiful black woman in there.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my God, love your locks. And she washing her hands. We washing our hands together.
Yeah.
So we literally talking about locks from the restroom all the way out. And her name is Kim. Hey girl, I'm gonna send this to you.
Hey, Kim.
And so I'm like, we talking about sister locks and how much of a community it builds for you. She started hers at 41. And she was like, it's the best decision I made. Like, God just sending me so many people,
Yeah.
you know, just confirming, like, go ahead and do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I just got tired of it. The same story. You know, her hair was thinning. She done had 3 kids. Like, I don't have that excuse.
Right.
But she had 3 kids and her hair started thinning out after that. And she just so happy with her
Her
decision.
decision. Yeah.
And she showed me a picture of her mom, her sister. I'm talking about their locks were beautiful too.
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh, see, that's nice. See, you said her hair was thinning. That's one reason why I do wanna go ahead and if I'm gonna grow out my hair, I
Mhm.
wanna do it now in case I become older and it won't grow to its fullest
Yeah.
potential.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to jinx myself or anything
Right.
like that, but I'm like, if I'm gonna grow it out now,
Yeah.
let's do it now. Cause I know I gets lazy, y'all. When that start creeping up probably to my 50s, I'm not
Look.
gonna wanna take care of it.
Right. That's so funny how this turned into a hair show.
It did, but it's still about acceptance. See how we did that there?
This is hilarious. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yes.
I feel like I'm talking so much right now.
I mean, you just in it. I mean, I'm
You're
responding, but you
50-50. You're about
Are we
50-50.
50-50?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you, Solomon.
Yeah, I think you're just excited.
Yeah, I'm super
Because
excited.
especially because you're about to go into your lock journey Thursday.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're talking about black hair.
Yeah.
So that kind of
Excites the
it
black
it
woman.
excites you, and we have so many stories behind it because, like I said, been a part of our identity.
Yeah.
It's been a part of our identity, our insecurity. It's a journey within
Yeah.
itself.
Okay, so
Yes.
other than hair,
Okay. Switch gears a little
switch,
bit.
skit, skit,
Uh huh.
irrit.
Mhm.
Solomon, do you have that like the DJ thing?
No, but you
Oh,
can request it and we can add it.
okay. Okay. So
Uh huh.
besides hair,
Okay.
so what is something else that you
Mhm.
feel that you have accepted, and like how is that shown up in your life?
Hmm. I have accepted that I needed to go through, like, take my costume design. Woo, Lord, that's still a journey, y'all.
We've
So
been on it with you.
yes.
Yes.
The whole fashion thing, I realized I'm starting to the provision, right?
Uh-huh.
Word for 2023.
Yep. Provision.
Finally accepted the fact that every certain things just take priority.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm in a space now where I know it's like, okay, we're getting close. And I'm starting to see how things are making sense to get to that. And I can accept that now. Cause before I was
Getting
very
close to
hard on my
what?
coming to fruition, like me
Okay.
getting my feet back into that. Because I would give myself such, oh my gosh, I would beat up on myself so much. I'm like, I know I got something, but I just, I'll get into it, put it down, get into it, put it down. Why can't I be consistent? Oh, because you still got some healing to do. You know what I mean? You don't like to be in the limelight. So you got to develop the esteem to be able to do that. Even with this podcast, and I think we talked about that, me being on camera. I had a real fear about being on camera. So it's certain steps I had to take when it comes to my healing before, because at first things were just coming to me and I wasn't ready. Because I always thought, man, you were in certain positions, but you weren't ready to receive it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't ready to accept it. Now, because of the healing that I've gone through and the understanding that I have now, the confidence, number one, because my self esteem was, excuse my language, piss poor.
Mm-hmm.
And my confidence, I'm not as shy anymore.
Oh,
Because it's like you can't be in that industry with your throat chakra not being able to
right.
speak up for yourself and
Yeah.
not having the confidence and stand as a
Right.
woman. It took me some time. I was a child when I got here. 30 is to me, you're an adult, but I still had some things to work through. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So now, being a woman at 37, I just can see clearer now. And I'm like, okay, I see where we're going. I had
Mm-hmm.
some things to go through, and I accept that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
And that's been a journey for me. It's still a journey because I'm like, all right, I think we ready now. Let's go. But it's timing. It's timing because I had a lot going on too. So,
Okay.
yes.
So what exactly what have you accepted?
You didn't get any of
I don't know.
that?
I kind of feel
I
like
accepted the fact
yes.
that things aren't going to happen necessarily because I want them to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I accepted the fact that I would try to force myself to do costuming things, but my heart wasn't into it. Like I just couldn't stay consistent. I could just it was
So
something in
you're
my
accepting the
way.
fact that costume design is not for you.
No. Have
What?
you listening to me, Solomon? Nah, he
Yeah,
wasn't either.
no, I have.
No,
I
I'm
have.
listening. I may not be tracking with you, but
Okay,
I'm
so
listening.
I've accepted the fact that just because it hasn't happened yet
Okay.
doesn't mean that it will not happen.
Okay.
It could not happen at the time because I didn't have the tools to be able to survive in that industry. Now that I have more personalized tools to be able to be more confident and more the power within myself, I can stand tall in that industry. It
So
was a
you're
lot of
still gonna go for it.
insecurities. Yes.
Okay. So you're accepting the fact that you're called to costume designing.
Yes.
Okay. Now I get it. I get it. Yes.
I know
I
I can be
mm,
very wordy sometimes, guys. So my
Well, you was kind of
apologies.
going in. I mean,
So
it could just be me. Could be my listening.
I can
But it
get
sounded like it was
wordy.
kind of going around in a circle. I was just trying
Yeah.
to,
No, no,
you know,
no. So I'm glad you
trying to track with you.
okay.
Uh, get to the bottom line.
No problem.
What, Solomon?
nothing. I was just listening to her, and I thought it was she felt like guilty or ashamed in a way that she
Yes.
hadn't pursued this.
Okay.
Yes.
And so her acceptance is saying that she doesn't need to feel that way because the circumstances weren't right.
Yeah.
And so
Gotcha.
her acceptance is forgiving herself and
Mm-hmm.
saying, you know what, the timing wasn't right. I don't need to feel guilty about that. Now I can move forward. I think
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that's real because I'm, you know,
You're feeling good
I'm
about it.
feeling a
You're
little
going, okay.
emotional. So that's
Mm.
why I know, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, don't be
No,
quiet.
you are not
You
gonna
can
know.
speak on
No,
it.
look at you. No, you love it. She loves the tears, y'all. I ain't doing it today. Look at him getting the tissues ready. No. Okay, I'll
SB
take
getting
one.
emotional.
I'll take
I
one.
mean, no, I get that though. It's like you feeling like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I got my path. I know where I'm headed towards. I have a
Mm-hmm.
vision.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Bible said without vision, our people perish.
Yes.
So I can see, like, in a way, when you have no vision, you don't know, you're confused, you don't know which way you want to go. You kind of feel like you're perishing, and it's a
Oh
lot
my
of suffering in
God. In a real,
that.
in a real way, that has been my journey, confusion and mental chaos. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it's
Yes.
starting to unravel and straighten out now. And
Mhm.
I'm so grateful for it. Like I still have a journey to go, but I see, I'm
Yeah.
starting to see and I'm starting to see synchronicities too.
Oh God.
You know what I
Oh my God.
mean?
I love synchronicities.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
God just always shows up and shows out in so many beautiful ways.
I
Even
know.
like with you saying you want to speak on acceptance today. So I go to church, one LA, the Potter's House, one
Yay.
LA.
Thank you for bringing it
You're
up.
welcome.
Okay.
So I messaged SB like, oh, you want to go to church? Initially, I was going to go at the 11:30, but
11:30,
I ended up going
yeah.
at 9 because we're filming this podcast
I
at
said
a
I
different
couldn't do
time.
9,
And
y'all.
I didn't want to miss the message, so because I was already up and
Mhm.
excited about the message, because we went to yesterday or Saturday we went to build a home, Habitat for
Yeah.
Humanity, with one LA, the Potter's House. So that's something that I did with them. And the
Yes.
security guard's like, you better come to church. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be in church.
That's good because we've been talking about going to church
Yeah.
for a while now, so I'm glad one of us made
Yeah,
it.
I made it. It's probably been like a month or two since I've been. But
Mhm.
so anyhow, the pastor Rowe gets up there and starts preaching on, loving your wounds.
Mm.
You know how, Jesus died on a cross, so he had all the wounds of being nailed to the cross. And when he resurrected on the third day, they're like, oh, this can't be Jesus. This isn't Jesus. You don't look like what you've been through.
Mhm.
And Jesus kept the wounds to show them, like,
Yeah.
do you believe that this is me now?
Yeah.
You know? So it was like, it's something about loving our wounds. Like, our wounds is our receipt. Our wounds show
Mm.
what we've been through. It shows that we
Yes.
paid the price. I deserve to be here. I've paid the price for
You gotta
this.
talk
I
about
paid
it.
the price with my tears. I paid the price with my blood. I paid the price.
Mm. Mhm.
And it's like,
Mhm.
I deserve to be here. And
Mm.
whatever God has for us, like, it's time to step into that
Ugh.
and stop and accepting who we are. It's time to start accepting who we are and walk into
He did
our
that today. I would have been in
today. He
tears
did that
because
today.
tearing up now.
And it's time to step into your destiny unafraid, accepting that that you are a child of God, like you're a chosen one.
Ooh.
and it's time to let go of the past because, like I said, when we resist, we persist.
Oh my God, been too much persisting and negativity, and oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
done. I'm done. This is a
done,
new season.
done.
Watch me anew,
I
okay?
knew. Yes,
I had to say, I used to say better a lot. Bridget said, no, not better,
I
anew.
knew,
Anew. See, I'm
knew.
learning, coach.
You are. I love it. I love your authenticity, your
Yeah,
vulnerability,
it's
and
time
yeah,
for
it's
both of
time.
us.
The power of acceptance. Like if we don't accept, then we're gonna be stuck. The only way out of being stuck and stagnant is to accept where you are, so that you can begin the healing process.
Yes, and move
Yeah.
forward into your destiny, man.
Yes.
Stop living in the past.
Yeah.
Let it go. And I know it's not always an easy thing, but you
Mm-mm.
have to make the first step, acknowledging, and then just trying
Yes.
to peel those layers back to see the root of things and get that rot out.
Yes.
Get the rot out.
Yes. The power of acceptance.
Yes.
So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like, think about some of the things that you've been resisting in your life and just pray to God about it, that you're able to accept it so that you can find healing and start the healing process to,
Amen.
getting over it, letting it go
Let
so
it
that you can
go.
grow and have
Yes.
something new,
Anew.
new.
Anew. All right, y'all. So we out. Subscribe. We're on YouTube, Pause and Proceed Podcast, and follow us on IG, pause_proceed. Until next time.
It's that reality,
Peace.
baby.
Hey.
SB earned another hug.
SB, you always earning hugs.